Well, this certainly is different. Hello again there, friends and fans. Raptor here, and welcome back to Raptoria here in Foundation. This is gorgeous. I've added a ton of walls. I took about maybe 15 or 20 minutes to add a ton of walls and redo our fortress here, and so now today we're building a giant fortress, finishing our Big O Bridge, and we've added some wonderful walls to the city to really cordon off certain areas. So welcome back, everybody. Good to see you all here. Thank you very much for leaving a like and all your wonderful support and compliments and everything over the last couple of episodes. This is really looking amazing, and all these added walls, you can kind of tell where the residential areas are going to go now, all highlighted in green, and then where we're going to have industrial areas, and clearly where the farms are laid out for future expansion and everything like that. So if you guys are excited to see more, go ahead and drop that like, and of course, follow me on Twitter, because the developers may give me keys to give away this game to you for free. So if you'd like a chance to win, that's the way to support it. We've got some wonderful little areas here for the towers of our fortress, and we're building it like never before. Of course, I'm not playing with mods or anything like that. Mods would add round towers and gates and things like that. We don't have access to that in the vanilla, but that's okay. I still find there to be plenty to do in this game, even in vanilla. We're improving our situation with the church almost being complete. We're now on to, let's see, 40 villagers lacking that, but it should be provided shortly. Food's not too much of an issue, clothing either, and also looks like a few villagers are lacking homes, but they're getting constructed, as all these little fences here indicate a future home that's going to be constructed. So we got a lot to do and a lot already getting done, and this is a cool area here. We're going to put some windmills up there and 2 here down by the coast as well, so that way we'll have 2, 4, 6 windmills in total, plus 4 farms. It seems like farms produce quite a bit of grain. As you can see, the granary here already holding 100 grain, with the 2 windmills struggling to keep up. And also the bakeries are gobbling up a lot of the flour too, and we're building some more bakeries there. So this is going to be kind of our agricultural area. We'll do our industrial area here too as soon as we got some more people and the money coming in and that type of thing. I think our population's doing quite well. Let's take a look at the unemployed. Yeah, we got a few unemployed. I don't even know if this is enough really to get started with our other industry. Looks like 1 villager is lacking space for housing, but they're getting their houses constructed here soon, and we should have the bridge completed very shortly, so that way we can come over here and start extracting all of the stone and berries and iron ore too. So let's go ahead and lay out the rest of our village here. We, of course, need to start harvesting trees in order to make charcoal, in order to produce enough to smelt. So we're going to go ahead and get a few things ready. First of all, let's go ahead and get our iron smelter and iron mine over here prepared. So let's see. Iron mine is the first thing we can put down. We'll smack that right down about there. Looks like it needs to be close to the actual iron source, so we can probably tuck that in against the wall somewhere. Maybe right about there should be good. Just needs to be close. There we go. And then we can also put down our iron smelter. Of course, that's going to be really useful nearby. We should also put a warehouse nearby too, so that way all these resources can be easily brought to and from the warehouse. Ooh, this actually would be a cool spot to put that up on the hill. But also, we could also maybe put our blacksmith up there too. The smelter would look really cool tucked into the corner like that, though. That would look amazing. Hopefully the wall doesn't block any access. We'll kind of have to babysit it and make sure that that doesn't happen. We'll also put down a warehouse around here somewhere to gather up all the materials, which will be essentially iron ore, refined iron, and then I think it becomes charcoal, and then also finished iron too. So we got a lot of things to store here. Let's actually put down our blacksmith first, because this is a much bigger building. And I think this would probably be good in the corner down here at the bottom, right around there. You can kind of see how the building modules move a little bit to flex with the land. That's really cool. The developers added some nice stuff to make it look like it's got a little bit of flex to it, where the building is not necessarily made on flat land, so you got a little flexibility there. Okay, now I don't think 1 mine plus 1 smelter plus 1 blacksmith is perfect. I think you might need to have multiple smelters or whatnot to make it work, but that's okay. We're just getting started with our first one. And then iron ore over here is going to be brought over, and we'll be able to ship that over there. Now, I also need a continuous source of wood, and I think we got that here next to the church. As you can see, I've kind of minimized some of our extraction zones, and I'm going to be leaving a lot of the trees around just for the beauty of Raptoria, really. It's kind of a gorgeous map, and I don't really want to cut too many trees down. But if we need to, we'll be able to make an unlimited tree forest. Maybe over here where I have all these bushes and things like that, I could select these all and remove them if I need to create another source. However, I don't want to do it in front of the windmills, so we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Well, at least this bridge hasn't been built yet, right? Okay, well, glory to Raptoria down below in that comment section, too. If you haven't already spammed it like crazy, make sure you do that. And tell me more about what you want to see in the kingdom as well. All right, let's go ahead and I think we should get started with maybe adding another warehouse. I think we'll go ahead and do that now. Let's see, where's the warehouse? There it is. Okay, we'll go ahead and add a warehouse somewhere around here. Maybe we could put it next to the church. Somewhere outside would probably be fine. Though, no, inside is where we want to be. Let's go ahead and try to make that as close as possible. There we go. The only other thing we need to worry about is the charcoal burner. And I think we should keep all that close by. And the charcoal hut, of course, burns wood to create charcoal, but it doesn't really do it effectively. We'll need multiple ones of these. But if we can put a few of these over here, that'll look kind of nice. And we, of course, can always move things around or delete them later if they don't look too good or too cool. Alright, more people joining us. Good, good, good. I think we need some more builders to be assigned to finish all this stuff. 181 stone remains on the bridge. So we are nearing completion of that. Let's see if there's anything else for us to unlock. Oh, wonderful. We can unlock the Lord's Manor and a few other things there. Wonderful. So we can now start building our big manor up here, but not until the bridge is complete. So we'll see a giant construction very soon. But our fortress is what we're here for today. And the fortress, of course, is going to be completed when the barracks is done, aka the Lord's Manor. And then also the giant tower and other towers around it. That's going to require quite a bit of planks. So we're going to go ahead and keep on making planks and making sure everything's working good. Now, with all the things that I put down, I'm sure that there might be a problem. Yep, looks like people are stuck while going to multiple things. I assumed putting down all of these walls and such would kind of create problems. So I'm going to have to kind of monitor it and see exactly where the problems are. Like, for example, well, part 1, somebody's blocked from going there. Really? How? Oh, man. It's frustrating to see because, you know, there's exactly, like, well, there's really nobody, like, blocked from going there, but apparently they are. So we'll have to kind of see if we can make do with these problems. It's a beautiful game. The cool thing is, too, by the way, for those of you wondering how I made all these walls and everything like that, let me give you a little quick demo on certain things. It's really nice to hug elevation and ridges and such of hills. And let me show you one cool trick. If you used to, if you wanted to make, for example, a square area for a building of some sort, you could go ahead and do that. Maybe we're making a sheep pen here. You can actually click these buildings like that. If you go into the fence maker like that, you can click the edges of them to make a perfect square. Or if you wanted to make like a rounded sheep pen, all you gotta do is click the edges like that, and you can actually round some of the edges. If you hold Control, or rather Shift, you can make like a little door. Hold Control to delete sections, and boom, there you go. You got yourself a little sheep pen. And if you don't want it, then you just go ahead and hold Control and delete the whole thing. So building fences takes a lot of time, but it's very easy to get things done. So we'll try to see if we can find out where people are having problems. I assume some of these problems might not be permanent. Maybe they'll find a way. They say they're getting stuck, but we'll see exactly how it turns out here. And I'll have to try to make the city a little bit more beautiful as time goes on. But if people are getting stuck, we'll see. If it doesn't create too much of a problem to happiness or whatnot, it might be alright. I don't know. We'll have to see in time. But most importantly, our fortress is what we're looking for today, which is exactly how I made those walls too. And we'll have to actually square these walls up around the towers. Once they're completed, it'll be a little easier to fix the fortress. So today, the fortress shall be completed. Alright, the rustic church is done. 150 people that can go there. Wonderful. Getting that population up, so that should solve one of those problems. So 31 villagers now have a place to go. Looks like we need to provide a little bit more food. Looks like we're increasing that as well. And 43 villagers lacking housing. I'm assuming that's either due to my construction of the walls that is blocking their access to homes, which is probably more than likely, or the fact that there's so many homes being constructed and they don't yet have a place to live is also another part of the problem too. So if global happiness plummets, you can't have your cake and eat it too sometimes. It looks beautiful though. I went crazy with the walls and I was thinking, oh yeah, this is going to definitely block some people getting home, but it really shouldn't. I haven't like built a wall in front of somebody's front door. I built them close, but nobody, you know, I haven't walled off anybody's front door. Well, maybe that decorative bush there is getting a little close. That kind of thing. We'll see. We'll just have to keep an eye on it. So if you spot anything, let me know. Raptor Sector 3, Area 4, whatever. You can just timestamp it and just say left door, that kind of thing, if you know for sure that it's getting blocked. I don't have the time to go through that, but obviously everybody's getting stuck. However, you can't have a beautiful city and have it also not function. So we'll have to pick one or the other, you know. Alright, well, we want to make some more wonderful little buildings, weavers and things like that. I'm actually going to move these farms up here, these sheep farms up to the top once this area has been cut out, so we'll do that eventually. But this is the reason why I didn't do a lot of that beautiful decoration before too, is that the AI pathing sometimes really goes if there's something close to it. Now, you've seen before at the church, you know, we had a fence ending here and here. Apparently these people need, you know, 2 semi-trucks parked next to each other of width in order to get through an area. But it looks like not necessarily. People are definitely taking the pathways and such. So let's continue on doing some fences while we wait for the other buildings to get completed. Do a little bit of this. There we go. I really like doing this. Building the fences is really nice and adds a lot of texture to the city and makes it look a little bit more complete. We'll finish this area up after the homes are built. But there we go. So that's how that's done. And I can't resist. I have to do it again. I'm addicted. There we go. Perfect. Alright, well, we've certainly made a lot of wonderful little areas here. And, oh boy. Well, let's see what we got here. 200 wait, what are we at? Okay, so 59. Yep, it's mostly due to, I think, people not being able to access their home. But actually, if we click on these houses, we might be able to see if people actually live here. Let's see. I don't think that means they're inside the home, but we'll just have to keep an eye on it. Happiness will probably plummet due to that, but also homes here need to be constructed, so that's another thing that'll resolve that in time. Anyway, let's get the bridge completed. Looks like we're getting close. Let's speed up to ultimate top speed. And I want these trees to be cut down a little bit back here before we start moving the sheep to the back. I think we're probably going to put the sheep up here. Although I think the sheep can actually move through fences, can they? Oh, looks like they can't. Good, then I'll put them back up against this space. So let's try to move them a little bit out of the way. Sheep farms here and here. I'd hate to be the neighbors there, but I guess it's okay. And then we'll delete these and build some more room for weavers and things like that. So you can see there's a lot of homes that are still going to be constructed. So that might solve some of that problem. Maybe these homes might not function, but they look beautiful. And I'll continue to plant some trees. Wonderful! Glory to Raptoria. It's so wonderful, this city. Much better than any one that I built, at least in terms of aesthetics, I must say. And we're already building our first beautiful bridge, and hopefully it functions like wooden bridges of yore. Alright, 94 of 181. Looks like this guy's bringing over 20 stone. Perfect, perfect. More people are being constructed, or rather instructed to do the construction. Very good. And I have some other buildings here like wheat farms and such. We just need more tools and things to be delivered. But all things in due time, I suppose. And when the Lord's Manor is completed, the good thing about that, of course that's a high priority build, is that it'll allow us to have some more cash on hand. We'll be able to have more in reserve. Alright, towers are getting constructed. Good. We'll delete the sheep farm as soon as the new ones are up. And that castle's, I mean, that church is really weird. So the rustic ones always look so ugly, but they're so good because they hold so much in terms of people, the population. I think they can actually hold more than like the... I don't know, they're just easier to build and hold more people overall. Alright, we're also doing some good work with the fishing docks too. I've got an entrance, as you can see, for every little fishing dock. There's kind of a way to get out of the fishing dock. And so we're building, what, 2, 4, 5 of those? So that'll start bringing in another food source. And then, of course, we're going to be creating even more bread. Let's take a look now at the wheat. Yeah, we're still at 100 there. So we need more and more of these windmills to be producing like crazy. Let's see if... I hope they can actually make it to this workplace. We'll just kind of have to keep an eye on most things. I may have doomed myself in terms of production. However, I really want the city to look beautiful, too. And that's why people are leaving due to unhappiness, is mostly the homes. And then, of course, food, which... I think we might still be in those dire times. Maybe it's... Maybe we're in trouble. Let's see if a miller comes over here. Somebody... Oh, wow. Oh, that woman's actually cutting down some trees near the fence. Nice. I'm going to make this space a little bit bigger there, see if they can actually get up onto the mill. I don't want people walking through there anymore. Looks like they're constructing the... Oh, looks like the mill is working good. And the fishing docks are getting completed, too. So we'll assign all the people to those. Any other jobs for us to do? No. Okay. That's all right. We're unlocking more things quickly, actually. And how are we doing on the bridge? Okay, 181 is remaining. Or, well, actually, 114 out of 181. So about 70 or so left. Alright, more people are joining the village. We got plenty of unemployment, so I guess people leaving is not too bad. Let's take a look at the jobs, though, to make sure we've got all those fulfilled. Otherwise, that's going to hurt us even more. Where do we find jobs again? And that is under workplace list. So let's go ahead and make sure we assign food stalls. Got to make sure everybody's got a job here. Forger, for example. Food stalls. That's another thing that might hurt production. And we have some people working jobs that aren't fulfilled, but that's okay. Like, for example, you know, we don't really have fish yet, but people are still working selling fish, but that's okay. Alright, we're going to get rid of this other wooden keep soon. Over here. And we'll bulldoze that. That'll become a residential area. And then that keep will go in there. I don't know if the keep actually provides any sort of happiness to the people. Let's see. If we take a look at residential. Yeah, there you go. You can see some desirability. Yeah, most of our desirability is within the realm. So that's good. I think I want to build a little well over here or something like that. Oh, fishing docks are being completed left and right. Let's actually opt to build a little well nearby. And that'll raise our desirability here. We'll also probably end up building a marketplace there. We've got a marketplace all the way to the left here. We got one kind of in the middle there, which I still need to put tarps and things over. Then we'll probably build one over here somewhere. Looks like there's going to be a lot of homes that tuck in. We could also build it inside the fortress as kind of like a keep for everybody to join up. Alright, well, happiness will continue to fall, but that's okay. I think we'll figure it out the hard way. And that's okay. Alright, who should we help? Let's see, we've got 9, 105, and 2. What do you want exactly? Oh, fish. Let's see. Clergy. Looks like they want 50 to unlock plus 10, 3, 3. Yeah, we're probably going to have to go with either that or the... yeah, we got so much for the king, and we don't even need any more of this. If we go with the people, we'll get a trade bonus, so that might be a better idea. Let's go with the assisting of our own people. Let's see. Assist the people. 22, yep. Alright, we'll try to do that one. See if we can. If not, it's okay. Alright, I built the fishing docks correctly this time. So, congratulations, Raptor. I know, thank you. Thank you very much, everyone. Alright, let's see. Yeah, in our previous episode, I actually built them backwards, but they still worked. Alright, now we can finally see how the fishing works in the game. So all those little bubbles there where fish are underneath the surface, so it looks like we don't have to own the territory for them to go there. So that's nice. And then the fishing docks are somewhat near a granary at all times. So that's alright. So we just need to produce 20 fish. Unfortunately, we don't get to do that little glitch anymore where you kind of like tell the people to go there. War is coming and prepared. Actually, we're not that prepared and like to have helping hands. Oh. Alright. Let's go ahead and get going. Looks like we're asked to send out our troops again. So we'll get all of our regular soldiers out. That'll bring in some cash for us. Hopefully the manor's finished in time. It's a big manor. And should unlock a lot of stuff for us. We can actually rename it too. So if you have any name ideas for our manors and stuff like that, let me know. So these areas here will be for farming. As soon as those are done, the mills are a little bit more important. The windmills are a little bit more important. I'm not seeing any more stone being delivered over here. We got stone cutters. Looks like there's like 51 stone sitting there. Nobody coming over to work on the stone bridge. Maybe we better assign some more builders. Let's do that. I'll assign maybe 3 more builders. Just to speed up that process. We're doing a lot of building, to be fair, so that's okay. Alright, those troops should be deployed soon. 3 villagers lacking housing, of course. We'll work on that as time goes on. And of course, since the builders are working on the bridge and the manor and other things, the homes are not going to be constructed for a while, so that'll drop on the happiness for a little bit. But that's okay. I really honestly think that putting these walls down, even if it strangles the city, is what this game needs. And what it really shines about is the ability to kind of make your own custom stuff like that is really cool. And it looks like a lot of the planks are getting gobbled up immediately. Looks like people are working at these businesses. Well, we're probably getting arrows like crazy. Stone cutters. Alright. So we should, our population's okay. The manor's almost getting completed. Good. I just want to see more of these homes get complete as soon as the builders are done with other projects. Although I don't want to have too many people assigned to building. Yeah, we got quite a bit going on. Let's go ahead and assign everyone to building then. And then we will reassign some of the lower levels to become iron workers and, you know, miners and whatever else. Alright, so everybody is now employed as a builder, or at least all the unemployed were. And, yeah, there's actually quite a bit to build, so we've got the materials except for the planks, which we're kind of lacking. We've only got 2 sawmills there. So let's make sure we're not exporting anymore. Let's see here. Do not export planks. Actually, let's import. I don't know if we can actually do that, but let's go ahead and import those. It's very important. Let's also make sure we unlock the trade route for bread. And let's start trading t-shirts. That'll bring in a lot of cash for us. Sell all above. Let's say if we have more than 200 t-shirts, start selling them. Heck, let's say 175. Actually, 150. That'll be fine. 150 for our people, and everything else can be sold, bringing in some extra cash for us. Soldiers are back from a mission. Excellent. That brings in 1,000 gold for us. And villagers, of course, will continue to leave to unhappiness. And we'll have to fill those places, too. So we'll have to kind of keep an eye out for that. Alright, how are we doing on fish? I don't see any fish in storage. Is there a granary nearby that's taking that? That's actually one thing I need to do. Excellent. All that money brought in. Very good. Actually, we could turn that tower there into a granary, too. I'm going to go ahead and remove one of these slots from this. Let's make it fish. So that way the people have somewhere to bring their goods. I need another one around here somewhere. Maybe I should build one over here. Looks like we don't really have much in terms of buildings over here. So we'll build one here for fishing, too. There's a well that is to be constructed next to it, and it was a good spot for a home, but we can make homes elsewhere. Oh, darn it, we almost had that goal done. It was there, and then it disappeared. So we got plenty of days to get that fish done. Happiness is still plummeting. It's mostly due to a lack of food, it seems. But as we're adding fish now into the economy, that should improve, and we're also making improvements to our bread. So that'll get better. And we're also going to build some berries, too. So it's just going to take a little bit of time. There's our fish. Excellent. Now we've got some more things to unlock over here. We'll get a trade bonus there once we get to 20. And I think we get more bonuses once we complete the Lord's Manor. Yeah, so that'll give us plus 23. So we'll unlock that and get better trade deals. Bringing in even more money, which then we can buy more food. Very good. What if we can... Let's start importing some... Let's gobble up some goods here. Let's import... buy until inventory reaches 30. Good. Let's do the same with, like, fish. I don't mind doing some imports here. Let's also import... I don't know if the neighbors sell any of that, but I'm just going to go ahead and do it anyway. Oh, we're also selling flour. So maybe we don't need to do that anymore. I'll turn that off. So let's make sure... Sell above. Maybe we'll set that to buy until we make enough bread. We can go into massive debt in this game. The king allows us to accrue a huge debt so long as we pay it back. Military quests and other trading and stuff that we can get back later. So if we go into the negative, that's okay. Happiness seems to be holding pretty strong. 32 lacking the ability to get to their homes, I think. Looks like a lot are just saying house. Actually, it seems to only be 3 of them that are flashing. Let's see which one the house is. Seems to be this house here. Oh yeah, looks like there might be a little bit of a problem with the wall getting too close. Hopefully that allows them to squeeze in there, maybe. We'll see. But there's always going to be issues there. And look at all the homes being completed now. Good, that problem will solution itself shortly. Now that the builders are done with some of their major projects. Which is, actually, I don't know what they completed. There must have been something they completed to go over there. Alright, stone bridge is at 165 out of 181, so we're almost there. Tons of stone in storage. I'm glad that it takes cobblestone and not smooth stone to build that thing. It's the monastery that takes some smooth stone, and I think also maybe the Lord's Manor too. So that's all good news for us. 2 more villagers joining us. Good. We'll take a final tally on those jobs a little bit later. I just want to watch the city for a little while flourish. And I really honestly think building these buildings like this is great. Looks like we're waiting for a builder over here. They should be able to access it. You can see where they're going out to build the windmills. So we have 4 more windmills getting built. And that'll allow us to make a lot more flour from the grain here. Looks like there's just 100 sitting there. So there's certainly a lot of flour that could go into storage. Let's grab some more grain too. And a lot of fish being stored as well. So we need to make sure that we've got another granary over here. I think we're building one somewhere nearby to hold the rest of those goods. Yep, there's another one there. So we'll make that one hold the rest of the grain and stuff. Perfect. Buildings are getting finished left and right. Excellent. Excellent. Very good. Ah, perfect. Right on the other side. We're going to wait till the bridge is done before we assign those workers. However, we did assign them over here in anticipation that they would wait till the bridge was complete, but no time to spare. People are busy. Oh, wow, look at all the workers here. Go to it, boys. The fortress construction is nearing completion. They've almost got the main command center completed, and then, of course, the towers, too, and that'll look like a pretty intimidating fortress. Bum, 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 bum. All right, 30. Okay, I'm just seeing a little lack of planks. I think we just should build some more carpenter buildings. They are actually producing planks. You can see the... oh, they're not just not being stored, that's all. Okay, we need another area to store some of that stuff. Well, we're building warehouses here, too. So I've certainly made some improvements. Just things take time to build, that's all. Even though we've assigned a ton of workers to it. Like, for example, those buildings. Build another warehouse around here somewhere. Bum, 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 bum. Alright, things are getting done. Another house completed, good. It's probably one of my favorite episodes that we've ever made because there's just so much that is getting complete and so much that we did kind of off camera that saved any sort of boringness. But it really makes a difference to how the city looked before and after. Oh, looks like we got another job here. Let's go for the clergy this time. So we just got to deliver 5 bread in 15 days. Oh, that's a pretty tight turnaround, actually. That's not a lot of time at all to produce that. And if we fail, it'll cost us some points, but also I won't be able to do any of that until we really complete a church, which is our next main objective. I'll probably bulldoze this old church, but I think this... we're going to not call this cathedral. This is the Fug-thedral. It's fugly. That is just gross. I only needed that to house the population for a while. As you can see, it's still going up, and I want more workers to do other jobs, so it's kind of a necessary evil, that building, as it just looks gross. I want to build another one here, but as you, I don't know. If you build a church, it takes up about as much space as this. This looks like a huge building. But when you build the church, you'll realize that that's kind of a normal size and it's not too fancy. Farmers are going out, making their fields again. Hopefully nobody's walking out here anymore. I wanted these people to walk only here. As you can see, I've kind of cut the mill off from going over that way. So hopefully they plant in this whole area. Lots of crops to go. Beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. Alright. Hopefully we meet our bread goal. If not, it's okay. I don't really need the clergy at the moment to get complete, but it's always nice to try to reach for the stars. Okay. And then, of course, people are coming in on this side of the map, too. And I think we can build fences outside of this area of the map. We're not constrained. So if I want to build like a way to make people come into a certain part of the town, like, you can build outside the map. So if you want them to come in, if you want to like funnel them over here, you can do that. You can just build a fence here and then have them come in on that side, that kind of thing. So that's kind of cool. Alright, gathering huts are getting more complete. Wow, happiness actually going up. Nice. More homes needing to be completed, though, which means more builders. So let's go ahead and take a look at our workplace list and replace anybody who's left. Now's a good time for that. Sawmill needs some more people for sure. Wooden keep we're good on. Forgers will wait until that's just on the other side of the bridge, so we'll hold off on that. Happiness, leaving on happiness again. That's going to be another transporter from the warehouse. And how are we doing on unemployment? Looks like we're down to 3. Okay, we'll leave those 3 for now. Alright, 2 new villagers joining, excellent. Well, looks like people are actually making their way, and we completed that goal, wonderful. And we get free money for that, too. Good. Alright, so we'll have to wait until we get to 50. We have 12 points to spend, so we can at least unlock the monastery. We'll have to do another goal for the... Actually, no. I think when we build the church, that'll bring in a lot of points for the clergy, so we won't have to worry about that too much. And the splendor, basically once the manor is complete, we'll be good to go. Looks like a lot of planks are being brought over too. Well, looks like we're making wood as quickly as possible. Still waiting for this to be completed, though. 165 out of 181. Let's go, boys. Let's get it together. Let's get a hand in. Come on. Come on, let's hear it. Let's hear some cheers. There we go. Come on now. Ah, beautiful. This town is going to be wonderful. I think this is going to be it for... maybe we'll buy another square here, but this is going to be it for the town on this part here. I'm going to then start expanding over here then, as we've still got a lot of coastline. That's a lot of good space to build in. And then, of course, we could build like a monastery up here, and our Lord's Manor too. I kind of want to build a monastery way up here and have some beautiful grapevines coming down this way. Like, see if we can have a vineyard that's like really on the cliff like that. Might be a good idea. Might look really cool. We'll see. Wow, look at people actually making their way down the mountain and stuff. That's what I mean. Like, you can actually wall your city off if you want to control where people come in, so that way it doesn't look like they're, like, you know, climbing, you know, rock climbing in order to get into the town, which seems a little strange. You'd think you'd go around the mountain and come in on the coast. That looks realistic over here. So let's take a little walk through the town, shall we? You can see some signs and such around. You can see where people can get around and go this way through the neighborhood, back onto the main streets. Looks like a bush is blocking the way there. Let's get that out of the way. There we go. There's a little marketplace there. And still plenty of places to put down, for example, weavers' huts and things like that. And then as people get through the town, you can go in through the fortress and get to the other side of the village, which is almost ready. So we'll be able to expand. This is going to be crazy, the expansion that we're going to be able to do. Although I'm still waiting. Come on, boys, deliver those goods. Every game you're waiting for the derpy AI to always go. 45. There's tons of stone there. We're just waiting for one person to bring it over. And also, as our construction project's complete, there'll probably be more and more. Let's actually add some more villagers to builders, because I can't wait anymore. That'll allow us to get some more construction projects done faster. There we go. Perfect. Alright, wells are complete. Granary's complete. Good. Some more farms are going down. This one's great, so let's go ahead and assign... well, we don't have any transporters. What do we do? Assign 2 people to that. Let's get some... let's get you guys to hold... Oh, yeah, there we go. Wheat right there. Hold all the wheat that you can. And then we'll hold a little bit of flour, too, for the bakeries. Perfect. And they can hold 50 of each, so we definitely want to make sure we're holding a lot of wheat. And we probably want to end up building another granary soon. Probably over here somewhere. I'll have to tuck one in, so that way we can hold more flour. But bread is, of course, a good export and also really good food for our people. So we will have to build that church somewhere, too, and find a space for that. I think we're going to have to get rid of our F.A.Q Cathedral. But the problem with the Fugly Cathedral is the really the fact that when we bulldoze it, people are going to go without faith again, and that could really lower happiness. So it's almost like you got to build like a backup one. So it's always a bad idea to build one where you want to like build a church later, because you have to actually demolish the whole thing. So it can be a real problem. All right, come on, let's see that bridge get complete today. 165, let's go. Male 241 is assigned to the construction. He's brought over some... They brought over stone. It did improve. It is getting closer to completion. But I don't know what's taking them so long to get over here. I've seen people coming over here and working on stuff. So they should have access to it. And we are getting a green light. All is good, okay. Stuck by getting the warehouse. Well, I don't know about that, because people are... They're still trading from the warehouse. We are getting tools in. If this is the only place we're getting tools for import, if that wasn't true, we would not be able to get... they must be stuck somewhere else. I don't know. Well, at least we're getting green lights. Biggest thing now is the food, which we're improving with all the wonderful farms. And, of course, the windmills, too. Very nice. Well, I want the bridge to be done, but it's all coming down to AI here. Look, they're able to make it through here. Maybe this area's a little tight. I don't know. But sometimes the AI also walks to the other side and tries to construct the bridge from literally the other side of the mountain. So it might take whomever a long time to go and deliver. Oh, looks like they're on their way now. I see a few people coming over. Oh, these are foresters who are chopping down trees. They're actually making a pathway for the other side of the bridge. Isabel and Aaron, you guys can go out on the mission. There you go. All right, if you look at our development zone, you can see where I've asked for the bridge to go, so we can go down this way and up that way. I don't want to clear cut everything anymore. I had this thought that I was going to clear cut everything, but Also, we're cutting down some trees there. I don't want that to happen. Now, it looks like it's going to happen no matter what. We got some stone there that they're harvesting. Alright, and we've got a lot of stone in storage too, so it's just coming down to our people actually finishing everything. That thing is gobbling up tons of wood planks. I'd like to build another one of those, but it's really about our AI transporting things that need to go. Yeah, it looks like planks are in high demand. And it looks like logs are down to 32. Are we selling logs? Let's make sure we're not doing that. If we can, let's import. Let's go ahead and import logs. So we're down to just a few. Although the planks are being made in a good number, but just not enough. And we're kind of running out of places to put that. Planks are one of those things that later in the game you don't need planks as much as you need stone. So we're making an okay amount now. We're just keeping up with production. 165. Well, I guess we'll have to see that thing get constructed sometime. Hopefully somebody can bring over some materials for it. But they are able to get across the bridge. I've seen them walking on it to do some construction on both sides. As more and more construction gets completed too, they'll focus on the main bridge. So that'll be alright. So what are we really building here? We got 2 farms, 4 windmills. We've also got the manor and the bridge going up. And then, of course, also the towers inside the fortress. We're also building 2 sheep farms and, of course, a ton of homes. And then looks like we're also getting the iron smelter up, the blacksmith, the 2 charcoal burners, the warehouse, which apparently somebody's pushed their house literally into the commercial zone here. Excuse me, house, you kind of... Alright, well, I'm not going to bother with it too much. I don't want to... Looks like homes are lacking, so I don't want to irritate the AI. I guess they're kind of in the industrial zone a little bit. So, highway to the industrial zone. That's where they are today. Take a look at the workplace list. Gonna need to hire a fisherman. And let's do this next goal for pretty much nobody, I think. I'm gonna just keep it all for myself because we don't need the points or anything for it. Alright, everything's looking good. Forgers will still keep unmanned on purpose because we're not done with the bridge, but that's a lot more food for us. So that's good. But you see that people can get to the other side even with the bridge being incomplete. So as you can see here, they're actually jumping from the cliff side, and then they're somehow making their way all the way up to the top of this cliff. It's hilarious. Right there, they're somehow getting across. Oh, look, you can see right now, scaling the mountain. Damn. Build a bridge, folks. Like, that's what we're trying to do here. Wow. Alright, soldiers are back from a mission. Oh, wow, that gives us tons of gold. Too bad we weren't able to finish the thing yet. We're bringing over just little amounts of planks at a time. So, it's all on the the sawmills to finish that up. Alright, we want to make sure we're not selling logs or wood now. Let's make sure we're not doing that. Importing logs. Importing planks. If we can. Let's sell, or let's import like 75 of each. I don't think any of our neighbors trade it, but I'm just going to set it to that anyway, just as a reminder. Same with food. Also, let's not export stone anymore. Let's go ahead and leave that resource alone. Uh-oh, bad weather is coming. Alright, we still don't have enough food, really. Let's not trade stone anymore. And let's not sell any more bread. And we can import flour and wheat. I think we're going to actually not do that either. Okay. So we got bad weather on the way again. I think luckily we've got plenty of different food sources that it all won't hurt us too bad. We're fishing, we're gathering berries, we're doing the bread as well. So that should help. 2 villagers joining us. The church is the last thing needing to go down. We'll have to build that some other time. There's no space for it right now. And the Lord's Manor is getting there. We're approaching the halfway point. The bridge is almost done. Oh, look. It's still the same number, but it looks more complete than it did before. Alright, that's good. Somebody finished up that a little bit. Very nice. Wow, look at the town. This just looks gorgeous. And you can kind of see the main road that runs through the town. Seems to split up around here, go around the houses, then circles back. So So you can make it all the way across to the bridge. Also, it looks like people are trying to cut off the beaten path here. Or make their own beaten path and go to the bridge there for construction. There is a way through, though, so he should be able to walk right through that way. Yeah, whatever it was, he was able to get through, because the bridge now almost looks complete. In fact, they should be able to use it now. I don't know what part of the bridge isn't complete. I must have to get, like, some sort of red ribbon or something like that in order for us to cut it, to open it up. Alright, well, a grand opening ceremony, I guess, never hurt anybody. I'm glad we have so many spots to fish from. There's 5 fish sitting there. Granary there, is it accepting fish? It is. 15. Good. Okay. Lord's Manor is still waiting for quite a bit of wood. A lot more planks coming in. That's just going to have to take time. And the stone bridge is pretty much complete as well. Just a little bit of time to deliver the stone. More houses are getting complete. That explains where all the logs are going to the construction of homes. And that's keeping happiness up. But that's also taking away from the ability to make planks. So we need to just do more wood cutting in general. We do have our quite a bit of areas indicated for cutting down trees. Over here, for example, they're not necessarily cutting that down just yet. But there are some areas that we've indicated for them to cut down. Actually, let's leave that one. I certainly don't want them cutting that. That's a beautiful little area. I want them to leave it. There we go. I've decided to leave those trees. We're going to make sure we leave those alone. We'll leave those alone. It'll be just fine. Oh, looks like they cut out over here. Good. Excellent. So the only other area to cut down is up here in these trees. Unless we buy some more. We do have some free territories, so we may as well buy some land. Let's see, where else do we have some trees? Well, let's do some clear cutting over here. And that's a really nice area to buy, actually. So let's go ahead and do a full extraction on all this. We'll try to get everything in our territory out. So that's some free materials for us there. And if I buy some more territories up here, we should be able to get the rest of this forest here. So let's go ahead and add that to our list. And we'll eventually start building up here too. We can build hoopers and other things up there that'll allow us to start making wine. That might be a good spot to put that. There's not any huge forests yet, except for over there. So can we keep expanding that direction? Oh, good. Well, let's go ahead and cut everything down over here. That'll be fine, far away. We're also going to build our town here, so we need to get some materials going. Alright, so that should help to resolve the log shortage. As soon as all the homes are completed, we should get more logs going into planks, and then, of course, the planks will then go in towards the manor. So we're just doing a lot of crazy construction, and I'm glad we started so many projects, because now the, well, people are busy. There's a lot to do here. I'm wondering if this bridge is not getting complete for some reason. Looks like whomever is doing this is able to get there. They're just not able to bring the materials yet. Although I don't think it's a shortage because of the amount that we've got. So, I don't know. Glitches come from time to time, but that's alright. Alright, everybody, that is it for today's episode. Thank you very much for tuning in for more Foundation. Make sure you leave your like and glory to Raptoria down below in the comments section. You are all fantastic. So thank you as always for the support. And I will see you next time. Today was a absolute big step forward. So I hope to see you guys next time for the completion of the fortress, the stone bridge, and a few other things too. We're just waiting on the AI to gather materials, and we are good to go. Alright, everyone. Take care. I'll see you soon. Goodbye. Yay!